Lately, I've seen a lot of questions about whether I'm doing paid reviews, so I thought I'd explain how this works. This channel is 100% community supported money-wise. That means companies do not pay me directly for the videos. But yes, I do get money from affiliate links and discount codes. And yes, companies do send me the products in exchange for videos about those products. I'll explain all of this in a moment, but first, thank you all again for the support. It's amazing and you're the reason I can do this, not the companies. Even just watching the videos, you're helping out. Now, another question is, what if I earn more from one code than another? This is actually the biggest point to all this. YouTube is super competitive. There are multiple discount codes and links out there, not just mine. Every YouTube channel with links is hoping they do enough to get your favor, meaning you use their code instead of others. So what does that mean? It means if a channel ever falls out of favor by being dishonest or damaging their credibility and losing trust, so if they ever get caught lying or doing the wrong thing, people will no longer use their code or link. And even if I get more from one link than another, I still have to maintain credibility across all videos. I try to be as consistent as possible, but of course always improving as well, and raising standards as technology gets better, because it only takes one time being dishonest to ruin all links. Not just one, all of them. I always say that trust is one of the hardest things to get, so if you get it, don't ever lose it, because chances are you won't be getting it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So in my mind, trust is one of the most valuable things I can get. There's no way I'm going to break it. Obviously, content creators will make mistakes. That's normal and okay. But if they knowingly mislead people, that is not okay, and the channel will most likely die afterward. It's easy to point the finger and call someone a shill or a sellout, and it's good to be wary of people's opinions, but also understand how much is riding on each video. It's a huge risk to sell out, not just for your channel, but you as a person in general. We're dealing with a huge audience here. Selling out would be one of the stupidest career moves anyone could make, because that reputation will follow them everywhere. And furthermore, by law, you have to state when you have been paid for something. I don't get paid for any of it directly, it's all community supported. I rely on the community's favor and them using my links and codes. So I have to please the community, not the companies. Think about it like this. In the worst case scenario, if the company stops sending me stuff, I'll just go buy it myself, and the community will continue to support me, which means it doesn't really matter if I do wrong by the companies. They don't have any power over me. However, the worst case scenario, if I do wrong by the community, the entire channel dies, I lose my career, I'll be shunned even when I try to release music or novels, or try to build other channels. I would lose everything if I did that. It's way too big a gamble, and I'm just not that way inclined anyway. So there are two aspects to this. One is it's actually stupid business-wise, and two, I'm just not a bad person, I wouldn't mislead, and I'd feel bad. I actually feel bad when I genuinely get a recommendation wrong. There's no way I could live with myself if I knowingly misled someone. And I don't want you to think bad of the companies here either. Yes, they have no power over me, but they don't try to get power over me either. The companies are really cool. They're just ordinary people like you and me, they're doing their jobs. They're trying to serve you and make money, so they can continue living their dream as well. Most of the people in the industry that I've spoken to have been extremely passionate about gaming. They love this stuff. And if there is a problem, please try to sort it out. Don't just hate the companies or the people or the representatives. We're all a community, we're all working together. I used to get really upset with companies too when I bought a defective product. I know how that feels. But with this channel, I am trying to bridge that gap a little bit. So people don't see companies as the enemy, unless they do something really wrong and don't do anything to fix it. And the companies know that they can talk to us without just getting abused. The more we communicate, the better. So I don't say that my reviews are sponsored, because they're not. Basically, being sponsored is being paid. You have expectations put on you. For example, there are a lot of competing brands who sponsor streamers, and a very common expectation is that the streamers don't show competitors' products. That's a kind of sponsorship. They give you products, you advertise them, you don't show competitors. But having an affiliate code means you can say and show whatever products you want, and you'll just get a cut of the sale if someone does buy the product. Especially with discount codes, it's win-win. People are going to buy the product anyway, just now they get a discount and I get a cut. Perfect. They get the product, and I get to continue doing what I love, and making sure these reviews stay free on YouTube for you all to watch. It's been working really well the last few years, let's hope it continues. Companies just want their brands recognized. They're happy to get good and bad reviews, because it's all advertising, and it's really cheap advertising. For the cost of a mouse, they can get a review that goes out to thousands of people. That's where you as a viewer comes into this. If you stop watching, the channel is useless to the companies, and they will have no reason to support it any longer. So the companies need reviewers to stay honest too, because again, if someone that reviews products is found to be dishonest and misleading, they will get found out eventually, and no one will take the future reviews seriously anymore. Companies think long term, as should reviewers. You can't just think, I'll just get this one big payout and go. You can do far better in life by just doing the right thing. There's no need to turn to crime. And that leads to, is it worth doing reviews? Honestly, most of the time, no. It's really hard to make money on this stuff. I don't even have actual links to some of the products. But I know people want to see the reviews, so I upload them before they're even available. But this keeps me in good favor. I know the community appreciates it, so they'll support me in other ways. But if it wasn't for community support, that would be wasted time. But are the products free? And is that the payment? Okay, define free. If you mean I don't pay for them, yes, you're right. But there is an expectation on each product. The companies say, we will send you this product if you do a review and put it on your channel. They don't just send mice for nothing. I have to work for them. I generally spend about 30 hours with each mouse. In Australia, the minimum wage is about $20, so 30 hours at $20, that's $600. Even if I were buying the Logitech G Pro Wireless, one of the most expensive mice, if I just worked an ordinary job, I'd be able to buy 2 of them with the hours I put in, and still have money left over. So I don't really consider that a payment. To me, that's actually just a lot of work. It's doing a job I love, but it's a lot of work. And it's only because the community supports what I do in other ways that it makes it worthwhile. So does being sent free stuff make me biased at all? Again, no, because of the same reason. They're not even worth my time. And most of the products I get just sit in boxes until I need them for the next review. It's not like I'm using these products or really want them. So to me, it isn't a free product. It's an agreement to work for very little pay, and then hope the community appreciates it. Not to mention all the time I spend replying to people and trying to solve problems. I generally can't test for durability because I'm always moving on to the next product, so I have to talk to the community in order to get that feedback. You might not see it, but I do help a lot of people with their problems. And I'm not tech support and I don't really have the time. But if it's an issue I know won't be helped easily, then I do try. Otherwise, please contact support and not me. I'm not tech support. And that leads to the next point. Why don't I talk about more issues? Some people think it's because the companies have paid me not to talk about them. But no, the companies are just as worried about the issues as you. And the answer to the question is actually I do talk about the issues. The better question is actually when. When am I going to talk about the issues? And the answer is as soon as I've confirmed that they are actual widespread issues. I see quality control concerns on every product. All of them. There is not a single product that doesn't have some kind of concern with it somewhere. I would be needing to do multiple videos every day if I alerted everyone to every issue I heard of. But I don't want to scare them away from buying products either. Yes, faulty ones exist. Yes, it's sometimes just a matter of luck. And yes, there can be design flaws. And they may cause issues on the entire product line. And that's when I'll do a video to warn people. But aside from that, you generally don't hear of the products that work, because people are happy with them. They're not going to tell you. It's the unhappy people that have the motivation to go post on forums and talk about it. They need help, of course they're going to talk about it. We've all been there. And if a company sells a lot of one product, of course there will be a higher chance of defects. And that means a higher chance of people talking about the issues. That's why people think the razor death adder is so unreliable. It's actually one of the safest choices in terms of return rate. From my sources, they get very few returns. But you get 1,000 back, you see 1,000 complaints, of course it's going to look bad. What people don't tell you is they sold 1 million of them. I just made those numbers up, by the way. I'm just trying to express a point here. I try to keep my finger on the pulse of the industry to help you make a better decision and keep my videos reliable. I don't think it's actually possible, but at least I try. But let's finish this up. Yes, I make money through links and codes. Thank you again for your support. Yes, I get free stuff in return for work for that stuff, which means it's not really free. And yes, certain links and codes will earn more than others. But no, I haven't been dishonest in my reviews. No, companies do not tell me what to say. No, companies do not pay me directly for the work. And most importantly, an honest review channel is best for everyone. Not just the companies, not just the consumers, everyone. I need to maintain my credibility no matter what. I'm building a career and trying to become a best-selling novelist. I've written 3 books. This channel was never meant to be a success. I just wanted attention for my other work. But then I fell in love with doing it, got a lot of support, so I kept on with it. I also want to help the world, not harm it. There's no way I'd sell out. I've started a second channel all about self-help sort of stuff. Why would I do that if I didn't want to help? Plus, I'm just simply not evil. It's just not in me. You might see me defend myself from time to time, but that's because I see kind people get walked all over, and trolls and evil people think they can just get away with anything because no one stands up to them. You see it in movies all the time. The good guys are too good. They're too nice. You gotta have an edge, you gotta have a backbone. You gotta stand up for what you believe in. But you also don't want to waste time, so choose your battles wisely. I hope this video has helped you understand my mindset a bit better. And if you ever see the shill claims, I mean, it's good to talk about it from time to time. I don't like the tone they're using because it's usually just an accusation without any real evidence. It's just basically, hey, I disagree with you, so therefore you're a shill. It's like, well, no, that's not how this works. I've even seen people prove that I'm a sellout and doing the wrong thing. In their minds, not in reality. But they're so sure of it that they'll say it as fact and start telling everyone that I'm a sellout. And to them I say this: if you prove something that isn't true, there's a problem with your justice system. And you know the irony of this? They complain about me not doing scientific tests. Science is about finding the facts, getting things right. And yet with their science, they prove that I'm a sellout? And they want to lecture me about scientific testing? I mean, really? You deserve my sarcasm. However, your allegations are serious, so don't just make them lightly. You are jeopardizing my entire career, because if enough people start to believe that, even without proof, who knows what could happen. Thankfully, I've got enough support and enough people who know what I'm about that I don't actually have to worry about it too much, and I can just make jokes. I'm extremely fortunate to be in the position that I am, doing something that I love. I worked really hard for it, don't get me wrong, but I still consider myself extremely fortunate. While I am strong and I can handle things on my own, it's really nice to know that you have my back. I'm going to keep fighting for what's right, and also continue to try to be a more positive influence. And I hope you can treat the companies with the same understanding. Unless someone does really wrong, please try to stay calm and speak respectfully. You'll actually have a much better chance of being listened to. So thanks again, stay tuned for more reviews, subscribe if you haven't already, like and share this video, and I'll catch you in the next.